Welcome back, everyone. It's New Mutator joined by Switch, and we're in Game 4 in the Winter Series match between the Syndicate and the Myth Pagans. So far, it's tied up one game apiece going to each team and a tie in Game 1. Leaks from Somewhere is the name of the map, and I think, well, I don't know. What do you have to say, Switch?
Well, we were just looking at the last game, how the Syndicate was able to come out, real swinging, a lot of pressure, not what we
Right.
expected.
Right. So the
And
so I would say they have the momentum coming into this game, coming off of a win. And uh, yeah, it looks like Myth Pagans do respond by picking up cryptos as a substitute, perhaps for geckos. So I think that's going to help them out a lot.
yeah, it could
Cryptos
be a
is
crucial.
yeah, Cryptos is a kind of an experienced tournament player, team player. So that could work to their advantage here. And yeah, Adrenaline does confirm that the Syndicate is using VoIP to communicate. So um, much of their communication is probably happening that way. Is not going to be in the myth chat.
Yeah, this is one of the most heavily YouTube media saturated matches of all time, all myth time. You got Paris on Twitch as well.
That's
So this
true.
is this
Yeah.
is live, being live streamed, at least at the time.
Right. Well, I imagine that he'll be putting that on YouTube at some point. So if you haven't already seen it, go ahead and check that out. You can get a different perspective on how this game went down. We're going to be approaching it from more of a third party observer um, point of view.
Yeah, as I was noticing, I mean, you gotta look at the trade time here. Less than a minute. Paris hasn't finished.
That's right. Yeah, it's flag rally, and Paris still has not decided on a trade and distributed those units. And the that's something you need to do ASAP, particularly in flag rally. The team that gets reacts the fastest at the beginning of the game is going to have the advantage.
Yes, you're saying he's finished the trade now, and I just noticed that he's got no warlocks. Is the interesting
Hmm.
component of this?
Right, yeah. LSO did opt for two. So Myth Pagans are going to have two Warlocks. The other thing to keep in mind is that these Forest Giants are not the Forest Giants that we saw earlier. These are the revamped ones that are pretty much they will dismantle your army. These Forest Giants are probably, I would say, the most OP units in Myth that I can think of in regular Myth. As they'll just tear through pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the Allies game, you're just devastating against a very interesting strategy by the Syndicate, but not enough to take out LSO's.
Well, actually, that the Allies game used a different model. This is a different model Forest Giant, and these ones I think attack faster. But at any rate, the only way to counter them really is with pus.
So far, they're tied for flags. Paris just takes the lead there. You got Adrenaline in the north, flag one.
Yeah, interestingly, Paris is splitting up the Forest Giants. Adrenaline has one, RAR has the other.
Yeah,
Whereas,
Rar's gonna run into him right now.
whoa, okay, Samuel just destroys a Puskull there. So actually, that works out for him. I think that Puskull was one of the only ways to counter his units. He has both
Yeah,
Forest Giants though.
bad luck for Syndicate there.
The RAR is going to shadow him, but he has to be careful. They are going to stream in. I think Evil Jake is coming, and I'm not sure who else. I think Demo's running away. Akira is here too. But yeah, I think they're gonna see as both Forest Giants. They're gonna try to lock it down, whatever way they can. Um, you'll notice too that Argos did not drop his satchels, which can work both for and against him. It'll work for him, and actually it's going to be blowing up some of these spiders here from Scary Monster. Scary Monster kind of proving that he has a little bit to learn in terms of awareness here. Um, the way that it'll work against you is if you get hit by a warlock, something like that blows you up. And
I like to keep those stats with those dwarven heroes. Gives you good defense.
well, the satchels are. That's what I'm saying is, it could work for you if a forest giant hits you. It'll do damage to the forest giant. Um, so it deters the forest giant from attacking you.
A nice little spider fight going on in the north here.
On the other hand, oh yeah,
Flag captured.
who came out on top there? It's pretty close, pretty close. Looks like somebody lost a dwarf though.
Yeah, those dwarven heroes just blowing up everywhere.
Oh no, this is terrible. LSO is surrounded. He's in a terrible position. He's going to lose all his Solus. Yeah, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Oh yeah, he's going to get blown up by Evil Jake too. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. He just lost all of those Solus. So yeah, giving a pretty, actually not too huge a numbers advantage, but losing all those Solus is going to be pretty tough. Oh, Rar is going to actually hit that Puskull, but he gets pussed in the process, and he might even lose that Forest Giant. Oh yeah, Samuel coming out on top. So that's going to work out actually for the Myth Pagans. So losing all the Solus, maybe not the biggest deal.
All the Pagans need now is 1 and 4.
Oh yeah, they're on their way. Here's 4 there.
Captured.
And 1 is being contested as we speak. I think they might be able to grab it here with Mike Kahn. He's running in. He took out 1 Solus, and he's going to take out the other. So yeah, Myth Pagans already took that. They just need 1 flag. And Adrenaline's on the back foot here. Actually, Demolition doing what he can. Is Samuel going to hit that Forest Giant or that Dwarven Hero or no? I don't think he is. He's going to wait for backup. They realize that they have some time. But how much time do they have really, as it's victory imminent already for the Syndicate, and there is nothing defending Flag 9.
Yeah, this isn't looking good here.
Uh-oh, they have to come in immediately.
You got Evil Jake rushing down, but he's going to be, Killer King's coming.
It's going to be quite a fast game, and actually 2 whites, Paris, land whites coming in, and...
Wow, what a
You gotta be kidding me. Blowing those whites was the worst thing he could have done, because it actually gave the game to what? I don't understand.
Yeah, those whites are in mid-explosion. That's incredible.
Look, Evil Jake is running away from Flag 9 instead of running towards it. Why is he doing that? He's trying to, because he sees something. I'm not sure, but Evil Jake should have kept running at Flag 9. I think they could have taken it. The whites,
yeah.
the land whites were pretty cool, because those actually, that actually almost worked out. If he could have somehow used those whites to dissuade the Myth Pagans from contesting this flag for a little bit while longer, I think Evil Jake could have easily tagged Flag 9. I really thought the Syndicate was going to take this, but popping those whites killed those units, and there was nothing else on the flag, so the Myth Pagans took the game, surprisingly enough. I think this was a surprise. I don't think anybody expected this.
Oh, wow. I mean, that could have gone either way within a couple seconds.
Yeah, that was actually kind of surprising. I would have thought somebody else would have been there to, but Adrenaline walked away because he saw those whites coming in. He didn't want to be frozen, because these forest giants tend to freeze for a long time. He didn't want to expose himself like that, so he walked off the flag, and there was nothing else there. Nothing else to withstand those white blasts from the Syndicate. So those whites being blown up, that was their flag defense.
Yeah, I do not think that the Pagans saw that one coming. And look at the chat here. The last thing Killer King says, I mean, look at
this. Yeah, everybody saw Evil Jake, running in towards Flag 9. But here's the weird thing: is he's actually as I pointed out already, he's actually running in the opposite direction for some reason. So I think
I
if he had kept running towards flag 9, I think they would have tagged that. I think it would have been game over because they would have tagged it before the contestation on flag 4 would have resolved.
It's too bad you don't have the Syndicate chat because their VoIP program here, right? I mean, you don't know if they knew that it was coming down to this, and all they had to do was make that one little move.
I'm really curious to know why he turned around. If he saw, Mike Khan coming up and he saw, and maybe he thought, oh yeah, I can kill his units or something like that. Was he even thinking that all he
Could
had to
it
do is
be
tag
tunnel
flag 9?
vision?
I don't know. That's a good point. I'm really not sure. All he had to do was run on flag 9 and take it. So surprisingly, Myth Pagans come out with the win here, even though they left their final flag completely exposed. Paris with the last ditch effort with the land whites, basically simultaneously saved and torpedoed his team's chances there of taking this game.
A shocker.
Yeah, very
Shocking turn
very
of events.
bizarre, very bizarre. I mean, Myth Pagans, it looked like they were, you know, in a really good position. They took out one forest giant, but you got to, at the end of the day, you don't win exclusively with the BC battle. You have to play the game type, and they left themselves completely exposed. Evil Jake was there. He should have just took the flag, but for some reason there was hesitation or something, and Syndicate dropped the game.
Really interesting. These percentages are misleading too. I mean, you got 71% for this pagan still holding on there. But if you look at the damage and the kill figures, they're basically the same.
They're very close, yeah, very close. I'm not sure why that would be.
I don't even know if those land weights going off is like actually
Does that even
been
count?
yeah,
Yeah,
has it been accumulated yet? I don't even know.
yeah. I mean, because they're dying ended the game, not so the damage that other units around them incur, might not be counted
You
in
can see
these figures.
Cryptos. I mean, it looks like there's a dwarf or something about to explode on the ground there, so his units are going to get blown up.
Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Cryptos
Him
actually
and Toxin,
did
yeah.
not contribute at all in this game. I mean, in
Adrenaline either. Look at the points.
terms of the fight. Yeah, Adrenaline, he's completely fresh. He hasn't taken any damage. Very, very bizarre.
He's playing the game type or the ratio game. I don't know.
Very, very bizarre. But Mike Khan,
Yeah, good
what
good kills.
units did he have?
Samuel, good numbers.
There was the spider battle at the top, in the north. Could that have been where, some of these kills?
Yeah, look at the 23 losses on Paris, right? I mean, that's a bunch of spiders getting blown up
Yeah.
there. And then like Mike, he was doing some great work on the flag tags. So I think he killed a lot of those like Solus and like flag defense units.
Well, also Lord Scarial lost all those Solus in the
Yeah,
north
that's
battle.
right. Yeah, big 13 losses, almost
Yeah, it was
16 damage.
pretty huge. But to whom did he lose that to? Was it Paris Demolition?
Man, one of those guys, both of them putting in, you know, 13, 16, 4 kills each. Evil Jake with 9 kills, not bad.
Or is Wank? Wank should have some damage from that, I think. Though he had lost 7 units somehow. Kind of a bizarre game. It did not go the way that I think either of us saw it going. But yeah,
No,
that's
and
gonna
that's gonna put
Myth
the
Pagans.
Syndicate behind. Yeah, the Pagans up.
Yeah, Myth Pagans are going to be up 2-1 with one tie shared between them coming into game 5, which could be the final game of this match.
Yeah, Pagans
They
can
can
put it away.
seal the deal. Yeah, we'll see. I think this was a surprise for both teams. I think like you said, Killer King and Samuel and everybody else realizing at the last minute that they were about to lose, and somehow they averted that. So I think I think they're relieved that they won. On the other hand, how do you think the Syndicate feels about this?
They feel probably a little cheated here, but I mean, you got to say Paris like slow on the deployment early on. So he's he's
Well,
asking for it.
well, I don't want to point the finger, but I think Evil Jake could have won this here.
Yeah, that too. That's I'd like to see what he had to say about that one.
Well, I guess the only thing to do at this point is to see how Game 5, what happens there. And see if the Myth Pagans are able to close it out, or if the Syndicate is going to claw their way back into this. I think the Syndicate. I mean, they were. If this was any other game type, I think it was looking pretty grim for them. But they had an opening, and for some reason, it just didn't work out. Uh, for some reason.
That's a tournament myth play. It's it always comes down to those final seconds. Anything can happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, stick around, and we'll bring you Game 5 coming up.
Game over.
Yeah, Evil Jake running away.